It's 9 a.m. on December 25th, 2021, and I'm just now getting up and about to go feed and water the animals, but I want to show you that first thing this morning. Here we go. And again, I'm trying to listen to everything I say and do, and whatever this thing that they're casting so that they can scan my devices and, I don't know, x-ray my trailer and see what's in here or where I'm at or what am I doing. Does this thing affect human health? Because anything that's that invasive can't be healthy and isn't healthy. The human body is a battery. We have our own magnetic fields. That's why things like electric stoves and things like microwaves affect our health and can cause cancers and other very serious medical conditions if we're exposed to them or we stand too close to them, etc. So how is this constantly being scanned situation affecting my health? This has been going on for 4 years. This has been going on daily, all day, sometimes, for years. Is this has something to do with my health's decline so greatly? And again, the question always comes back to, I'm not the first. I won't be the last. How many people are they doing this to? The thing about small towns have this wonderful, wonderful quality, but they also have this very, very sinister quality. The wonderful parts of small towns is you just got good old down-home folk. And it could be the most beautiful experience that you've ever experienced. All the frill, all the fluff, all the smoke screens and illusions that you get in cities and other places, you get to just be real human beings with real feelings and people who genuinely care and people who are just real to be around. And just like this town, I have met some of the sweetest, kindest, most wonderful people I have met in all my travels, everywhere I've been, my whole life. And being that our family was military, and then even when my father wasn't in the military anymore, he contracted a lot of work with the military and worked with NASA and a lot of major projects. When I was a child, I was one of only 100 people who was as close to ground zero as it's safe to get for the launch of the first space shuttle Endeavour, which is something I'll never forget. And that movie, Hidden Figures, well, my Uncle James was part of that, a very big part of that, to the point where Neil Armstrong and Buzz and everybody came out and signed a picture. And went to his house, and I was there, my father was there, and my mom was there. I don't remember my other siblings being there, but maybe they were. At the time, I only had 2 other siblings. The others weren't born yet. And they presented him with a picture signed by all of them, the entire team, thanking him for his contributions and their endeavor. So being in a military town and being around the military has always been something I've always enjoyed. Military towns were always melting pots and a mixture of cultures and people, which I feel has always brought out the best in everyone when you're accepting and appreciating and celebrating the differences of the many different cultures. One of the nice things about my family is we are multicultural. We've got some of everybody. All 8 of my great-grandparents are from 8 different countries. One being, of course, United States. And that one was Native American. And so being in a small town, you get that good grounded feeling that the rest of the world lacks. Roots. People with roots have a level of grounding that people who float all around in bubbles just don't, because they're not attached or deeply attached to anywhere or anything. And that would be definitely a way to describe me. I'm not deeply attached to anywhere or anything. When people ask me where am I from, no place I call my home, and every place I call my home, because both are the truth. And so back to the good parts about the small towns is that they still have their humanity, or used to still have their humanity, that real, I'm trying to find a word for it. I guess the word is real. And then you have the sinister sides. I've always used to, or often used the phrase, new town, same shit. Pardon my mouth. By the way, I've sworn more here than I have in my whole life as a pressure release valve, because at times I've really wanted to hurt some of these people. And especially when you're sick and you're in pain, severe pain at times, and you got people messing with you. You really at times want to lash out. You may say or do things that you shouldn't say or do, or are out of your normal character, just out of frustration and anger and pain and fatigue, because when you're hurt a lot, you don't get any sleep, and feeling bad already. So controlling my anger and irritation has been more difficult here at this location because of the constant, non-stop aggravation than any place else I've ever been. Now, the sinister side is everybody knows everybody. So just like with the family, you make excuses for people's behaviors. You don't call them on their crap. You don't, not the way you would strangers or outsiders. Because in a way, it's almost like one giant dysfunctional family unit. And people who would normally never cover for or accept certain types of behaviors. Oh, well, that's just so-and-so. He's always been that way. Every town has its drunk. Every town has its crooked people. Every town has its male and female whores. Every town has its, local scandal. Every town has its local big shots, etc., etc., etc. New place, same people, same story being written over and over again, like they're caught in a perpetual loop. 100 first dates, no. And that can be extremely sinister, because when you've got people who are evil, they've preyed and have preyed on the people around them, and the people around them, rather than fight back or do something about it, has learned to accept their behavior, which empowers the bullies, the predators, the predatory people in these kinds of towns. And when the predators are law enforcement and military, and I'm not saying that the law enforcement here are predatory. I'm saying that among them are some. But in all honesty, for a small town and small area, the local law enforcement have been cordial, very much so. I can't say, with exclusion of one person, anybody who's ever said anything ugly or nasty or or treated me badly in any way. And I would never say that. And I need to be more careful when I speak. There is corruption throughout the city and the different departments